Hi, I'm Megan,
I'm Alyssa,
and this is our Janoskians Experience video.
because people were asking us on Ask FM to make one.
So it was sometime in April when tickets went on sale, and we wanted a pre-sale, and so we had my older sister at home trying to get tickets for us, but we didn't have a pre-sale code, so we were hoping they didn't use one, but they did. So she texted me when I was in class in school, and she said that she couldn't get tickets, so I knew there was a Live Nation app pre-sale, so I already had the app downloaded just in case. So I went on it and I got 2 VIP tickets right away. Then I left the app and I went to my messages and asked my sister to send me her credit card information. So she did, and I wrote it down on a sheet of paper. But when I went back to the app, apparently you're not allowed to leave it or to give away your tickets. So I didn't have tickets anymore. And then I tried again, they were all sold out. So after like 10 minutes of trying and my teacher yelling at me to put my phone away, we got 2 more and we had the information written down. And so we got VIP tickets. I texted her and then we were both really happy.
So,
The problem with getting to Toronto.
Oh, yeah. So, we don't live in Toronto. We live like
2 to 3 hours.
3 hours away. And the day, it was June 14th, but our brother had a university graduation that day, so our parents couldn't take us because they had to go to that. And so we had no way to get to Toronto.
And the train, we could take the train, but then there'd be no train home since they start running at like 7, I think.
Yeah, and we were going to be there late.
For us, yeah.
So luckily our friends, like our neighbors, were going to see Taylor Swift that night because she had a concert the same night. So they drove us down to Toronto, and we got to stay with our cousin overnight who lives in Toronto.
Yeah, so that was the plan. And so we went to Toronto that day.
Oh no, but then it screwed up because Taylor Swift.
Oh yeah, and then the Monday before, like we had tickets for the show on Friday. But then the Monday before that, I got a text. We both got a text from our mom when we were in school saying that my dad had 2 Taylor Swift tickets.
For the Saturday night.
For Saturday night. So we decided we were going to get those, but then we had no ride home because we had to stay
at our cousin's house longer, and our friends who drove us there were driving home.
On Saturday, so they couldn't drive us home on Saturday since we had to stay Saturday night too. So we ended up planning for my brother to come down Saturday morning.
And he came with his friends so that they could do stuff for the day.
They spent the day in Toronto, then drove us home after Taylor Swift.
So we went on June 14th.
Yeah, and we left, I don't know what time we left,
like
but we got there for lunch.
Something.
And we were eating lunch in a restaurant with my friend and her
family.
Her family and whoever was going to see Taylor Swift with them. And then my friend Ashley was texting me that she was at the boys' hotel, the Janoskians Hotel,
and she had just seen Beau.
Yeah.
So we knew, like, they were actually there.
So we really wanted to go. So we went to the bathroom to go, like, fix our hair and stuff. And we were, like
giving each other a pep talk. We were like, sorry, one chance. We got to do it.
So we went back out to lunch. We were like,
and we left early.
Here's your money.
We felt really, really bad.
We're going to leave because we want to go to the hotel. So we left and we got
took
a
cab.
And we went to the hotel. Like, as soon as we got there, we met up with Ash. And then...
our friend. And, like, 5 minutes later, we had just been talking about where Beau was sitting. And then Jay came up the escalator. And none of us knew it was him at first.
I looked at him. I was like, guys, is that Jay? And they're like, it's the beanie. It's Jay.
So we all, like, went running at him. And he was in a really big rush because Luke was missing. And
Luke got lost in the Eaton Center. And no one knew
where he was. So they were all trying to find him. So we quickly talked to Jay and like, got pictures. Yeah, he went in an elevator.
And he came back out the elevator again, and when he came out, I was so embarrassed. I was like, he's back!
She did this huge jump, and he talked to us really quickly then, but he seemed really worried, so he kind of just had to leave.
And it was getting, like, we decided we should probably go line up, so that we're not standing at the back.
We had VIP, and we wanted to get to the front of that line.
Yeah, and so Ashley said she knew the way to the venue.
She didn't.
Well, she did mostly. So she started taking us to the venue. We made a wrong turn. And we ended up walking towards us was Beau and Luke, because Beau had gone to find Luke.
At the Eaton Center.
And they looked so happy, like, Beau's smile.
Yeah, that was great. So we talked to them for a while, actually, and we all got, like, pictures. But they asked us for the time, and they realized they were really, really late. So
they had to go.
They had to leave by, like, 2:30 or something from their hotel, and it was, like, 2:45 when we met them. So they had to leave.
They still had to, like, shower and stuff.
Yeah, so then we got to the venue. And Ash had friends at front of the line, so we just kind of snuck in.
Hopped into the front of the line yelling, we just met 0 to 5. Like.
Yeah, people were kind of mad, but it worked for us. And then they made a separate line for the VIP people.
Since we're in the front of that line,
we kind of just ran across.
Over to the VIP line, and we were in the first 25 of
that. So they took us in groups of 25, and we were in the first one. And we had to go stand in this hallway for a while. I don't know why.
The boys were late. They were like doing interviews inside, and they were late to actually show up in the first place and stuff.
They were at the Eaton Center.
Yeah. And so then it was Alyssa's. We
were supposed to go together.
Yeah.
For our meet and greet, but we talked to Big Rob, and he let us go alone.
We were talking to Ryan Diamond and Big Rob.
Oh, yeah.
Then we were allowed to go alone, so Alyssa went first.
Yeah, so basically I walked up, and we wrote a letter together to give to them. So I gave it to Bo, and it had this really embarrassing picture on it of me when I was like 10 doing the cockatoo face. So Bo thought that was hilarious. No, I can't because I have braces now. So Bo thought that was really funny. And then James, I have a really strange obsession with James. So I like ran up to him and I kind of ignored Luke and I started talking to James for a while and I gave them all hugs and James was like massaging me. Anyway, so we got our picture and I don't know, I'm just gonna say everything.
Yeah, just do what you said.
So basically when James like asked me for a massage, I like freaked out and Luke started imitating me. So then after I got my picture, I stood up and I went over because they were sitting on a couch. And I went over and I talked to Skip for a while and I got a hug. And then I quickly just gave Jay, Luke, and Bo hugs because we already met them. But yeah, Bo was like, this picture's hilarious, blah, blah, blah. And I just said that was really embarrassing. So then I left and I went to get merch. And then
I went. And first I walked up to Skip and then I went down the line down the couch with Skip, Jay, James, Luke, and Bo. And I gave them all hugs. Then I stopped and talked to Bo for a bit because he's my favorite, obviously. And so I was talking to him and I was talking to him about the present. We gave him some sunglasses and he already like saw them earlier on the street. He's like, hey, I remember you. You have sunglasses for me. So I gave him those. And then I sat down for my picture in the middle. And then and Skip squirts you with a water gun.
Yeah, he squirted me too.
Squirted me twice.
And I just yelled at him.
When you leave, and when I yelled at Skip, James. Yeah, he imitated me yelling at Skip, and so it was good.
Yeah, Skip was like shooting everyone as they left. So then you got your merch.
I went and got my merch, and I forgot.
And I went into the venue before she came out because she was done and everything. So I went in and we got front row, and I saw Justin Monzak from Hollywood Ending, and Tyler from Hollywood Ending. So I was talking to them quickly.
And we had met at Hollywood Ending before
in May.
So they knew who we were already. So we
were talking to them, and then we talked to them only Tyler and Daniel though.
Yeah,
Dan.
Cam was sick.
Daniel. So we talked to them for like half an hour. Then they did their sound check as the general admission people came in. And general admission are very aggressive people.
We were at the front, and our ribs were gonna like break because
we were front row. So we were getting pushed, and then this security lady like threatened to cancel the show because people had to keep getting pulled out, and there was girls like crying, and it was really scary. Yeah. But they didn't cancel it, thank God.
And the show when they were
it was
amazing.
A great show. It was so funny.
And being front row, Bo, he jumped out in the audience at one point.
And Tyler jumped out at one point. Tyler from Hollywood Ending.
It was really cool.
So that was like the first time either of us been front row at something.
Yeah.
So that was really fun.
After the show, I had a little conversation with Ronnie Diamond. I was asking him where the boys were and stuff. He's like, I don't know.
We tried to get the security guard who we became friends with to take us backstage, but he wouldn't.
You want to go for it?
So
we just went out to the front of the venue, and the boys were actually getting in a van.
And so we just waved.
So we waved by, and then we went and talked to Hollywood Ending again.
And we got pictures with them again because we got pictures earlier. And then both of our phones were dead, so we had to go.
We were with my friend Saggy as well.
Yeah, we met up with her. Yeah. So we had to go find an outlet. So we were walking around Toronto for a while, and it was really scary.
At night, yeah.
It was 11 at night too. So then eventually we charged our phones, and our cousin who we were staying overnight at came and picked us up.
At the venue, we had to walk back.
So we went to her house, and we just kind of chilled there, and we didn't really sleep.
No.
Because we were going through our pictures and everything.
And so the next morning, my brother came down. And
with his friends.
We got ready and to go see Taylor Swift, and we actually weren't allowed to go back to the Janoskians Hotel.
Our mom got mad at us.
Mom told us we're not supposed to go back, so we're like, okay, we won't go back. So we had my brother drive us to the Rogers Center.
And we snuck there.
And as soon as he dropped us off, we just got in a cab and went
there again. And then 10 minutes after we got there, Ed Sheeran, because Ed Sheeran was there for Taylor Swift and the MMVA, so there was a ton of people in Toronto at that time.
We went up the hotel 10 minutes
before we got there. But yeah, so we saw Ed Sheeran leaving, and there was a huge group of girls mobbing him. I don't know how, but somehow we pushed our way to the front, and I was lined up to take a picture with him, but some girl pushed me, so that kind of sucked. But we
I touched his shoulder.
I rubbed his arm. We kind of just yelled, "We love him," and he had to get in a van and leave really quickly.
So then after that, we went back.
We called our friend.
Hotel. Yeah, we called
because I had a little bit of a breakdown.
She was crying so much
because I really like Ed Sheeran. So I was having a breakdown,
made it worse.
And then So we called our friend, and like I started coming down. We sat down at this table.
And we're sitting at a table, and James walks in the hotel,
God.
and that's her favorite. So he walked in. There's like a mob behind him, but we sort of snuck in from the sides. We got to the front of the mob and got pictures with him as well.
Yeah, my pictures didn't really work because she was in it. But
It's mostly like it's the corner of James's face and
like,
her and me in the back.
Yeah, because he had to keep walking. So that was really quick, and then I had another mental breakdown, like an actual breakdown.
On these stairs, just,
and
like,
Big Rob was sitting there, like almost laughing at me, and these people kept coming up and like asking if I was okay. So that was really embarrassing. But it was
Big Rob was judging.
It was
so
really
hard.
emotional. Okay, it was intense.
Yeah,
and then
they told us to line up against
some
the
wall
because
there was like 30 people there, not just us anymore.
We lined up against the wall, and then Skip and James got home. Or not got home. They came down, and they were standing like just by the elevators, and we weren't allowed to go up to them. But we did start a line like next to them, sort of, and we had conversations with Skip and James.
And they stood there for like half an hour.
Yeah.
So we kind of had like separate conversations, and they just kind of talked to everyone as well. And then Bo and Luke and Jay walked down, and they said hi to us really quickly. But then they all had to leave to go to their next show.
So yeah, so they left these sign
and we
doors
like waved by and everything. But only like 5 of us followed them out, so we all just kind of stood there in a row, and like they waved at us, and we all just kind of yelled bye at each other. And then we went to Taylor Swift.
And
went home after that. So yeah,
that's our Janoskians Experience.
Thanks for watching.
Bye.
Bye.